Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I make my intros for my YouTube videos. When I started YouTube, I was like desperately searching for ways to make creative intros. I watched 11 tutorials and none of them were helpful. They were super sped up. They weren't very detailed and it just ended up leaving me more confused in the end than I was in the beginning. So once I kind of got a hang on how to make them on my own through trial and error, I felt like, you know what, this really isn't that hard when someone like explains it thoroughly. You can like actually grasp an understanding. So I wanted to share with you how I do my intros for anyone who's wanting to learn to do their intros, because you can switch them up whenever you like and you don't have to pay anyone to do it. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing you want to do is go to your internet browser. I think mine is using Microsoft Edge right now. So you'll type in Google, and then when Google search pulls up, you'll type up whatever type of background that you want to use. I typed in pink gradient background. I've used an animated cloud background before, a brick background, tropical leaves, just whatever you want your background to be. But today for the purpose of the video, I just wanted to use a pink gradient, and this is actually the image that I have here. It's 1920 by 1080. You can also get away with, what was the other image? I'm trying to find it on here. Well, if I can find it. I think it was 1920 by 720. 1980 by 720, something like that. I'll make sure that I correct myself in the description box if I need to. So it either needs to be the 1920 by 1080, or I think it's 1980 by 720, something like that. I can't remember. This particular one, the 1920 by 1080, will completely cover the screen, and the other one won't completely cover the screen, but when you stretch it out to cover the entire screen, it won't look pixelated or grainy. So since I already have the picture that I want saved on my computer, I'm going to head on over to Wondershare Filmora. If you don't know how to save the image to your computer, you just left click on your mouse, click on save as, and then save it to your picture gallery under whatever name you want to save it as. So going over to Wondershare Filmora, Wondershare Filmora is $70 for a lifetime. So you pay $70 once and it's yours. You own it forever. But I think you can only use it on one computer, if I'm not mistaken, unless they've changed that. I haven't tried to use it on my MacBook. I like to edit on my desktop because it's easier to do. But I use my college email because I still have access to it, and it was $50. So it's a $20 discount if you have a student email. So if you have one, you can go ahead and use that. For me, Wondershare Filmora was kind of a learning curve, but like once you get the hang of it, you will absolutely love it. So I have the image already saved on here. This actually isn't the image that I showed you guys, because this one is purple and pink and the other one was green. So I apologize for that. Just whatever image you want to use. I'm going to add this to the editing area down here. And so like the original size of this clip is 5 seconds. It's a little short for intro, so I'm going to change that. You'll first click on it and make sure it has that kind of like green highlighted ring around it, and then you'll click on this little watch button here. This is to change the duration of the clip. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to change it from 5 seconds to 7 seconds and click on OK. Then the next thing I'm going to do, you'll make sure that this little red line is all the way at the beginning of the clip. I'm going to click on titles up here at the top right here. And then I'm going to click on titles as that subcategory. And then I scroll down and look for title 33. I like title 33. It's like this fancy, thick cursive writing, and it's simple, and I like it because, you know, I'm a simple bitch. So I'm going to add this down below. And the first thing I'm going to do is make sure it is highlighted, and it is because it has that green ring around it. I'm going to click on the duration tab and change it to 7 seconds to match, to match the amount of time I want this title to play. Actually, this doesn't need to be 7 seconds. The background needs to be 26 seconds actually. Sorry about that. So this needs to be somewhere between 26 and 30 seconds, however long you want your intro to be. And then I typically tend to do 4 titles, and they are somewhere between 6 to 7 seconds a piece. I will shorten or lengthen the entire thing to my liking. So then you're going to double click on this title and that will allow you to edit it. So after you double click on it, you'll get the text and video section. So the font is Yellowtail and the size of the writing is 88, which is fine because I'm just putting my name on this first one. So I'm going to remove this and type in my name. And then over here under preset, I'm going to click on text style 2. If you look at my name now, it's just plain white, kind of boring. We're going to add some pizzazz to it. This is going to add like a glow to the letters as well as like a black outline. And so this makes it a little bit more fancy, okay? Then we're going to go to animation. And I pretty much always tend to choose typewriter. And what this means is that this is going to tell you, or you tell it how you want your name or the letters or whatever it is coming onto the screen, and whatever type of animation you want it to come in. You can have it rolling in, you can have it bouncing in, sliding in. I like typewriter. It's simple. I'm a simple bitch. So yeah, I'm going to double click on that. And then I'm actually going to go to advanced. And this little oversized, this isn't even a parentheses, whatever bar this is, this controls how fast and how slow the letters come onto the screen. So this clip is a total of 7 seconds long. So for about almost maybe 4 seconds, I want the name to be being typed onto the screen. So 4 seconds of this 7-second clip, my name will slowly type onto the screen. You can have this go as fast or as slow as you'd like, whatever is good for you. Move this back a little bit more. I don't like for it to go too slow because then it looks like the video is glitching or something. So just make sure it's not like super slow. So that's pretty good. We're going to click on OK. And then we're going to move on to the next title. The only thing we're going to do is add title 33 yet again. Of course, you can switch it up and do different titles, whatever you want to do. Like I said, I'm a simple bitch. I do the same thing over and over. So after you add a title 33, you're going to go here to transition and you're going to add a transition between those two titles. Again, I'm simple. I use the same transitions over and over, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So the first one I'm going to use is a butterfly wave scrawler. I'm going to add that in between the two clips. If it won't let you overlap, you may need to move the titles closer together. I'm actually going to shorten this transition a little bit. It's 2 seconds long. It's a little too long. I'm going to shorten it to like maybe 1 second and 15th of a fraction of a second, which is what this one is. This is like minute, second, and I think this is fraction of a second. So do that. And then we're going to go in and edit title 2. Title 2 is usually kind of telling you what my channel is about. So we're going to go here and type in beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. Boom, boom, boom. Animation, typewriter, preset. Come on, go to preset. Text style 2. Simple, simple. We're going to go to the advanced tab once again. And what I'm going to do is actually move this entire bar back because I want the actual letters to come in a little later. When I do this, this gives the intro, not the intro, the transition time to finish playing before the letters start rolling in. If they start rolling in while the transition is still playing, it looks weird. It looks crazy. It's not what I like. So let's just see here. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. Slide this back a little bit. And I'm actually going to make this clip longer as well. I was going to keep it shorter, but I need to make it longer. So I'm going to go to the duration tab right here once again and change this from 5 seconds to 7. Then I'm going to go back to advanced to make sure the letters are coming in the way I want. Okay, that's pretty good. Move this back just a little bit more. Now what I want to do is go back to this area, and you see right here that the size of the letters is 88. That's a little large, and I'll show you what I mean. If you see here, over here, the L and the E are off of the title screen. So We want to take this from 88 to maybe 80, so that way it's still large and very visible, but not running off of the screen. So then we're going to click on OK. Going back to titles yet again and adding title 33 for the third time. It's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and make this 7 seconds long because this is usually my social media tab. And that's where I'll have like my Twitter logo, all that good stuff. This is the one that kind of took me a little bit of time to learn, but I promise once you get it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's real simple actually. So move these a little closer. I'm using a transition called page curler here, so it's gonna like turn the page up. You know, just trying to switch it up for y'all. You know, because I'm simple and I'm trying to have you think that I'm not simple, even though I am very simple. I'm gonna go to the advanced tab for this third title. And what I want to do here is move this back. I want that page curl transition to completely finish playing before the letters and the things that are going to be on this next page start to roll in. Okay, so up here at the very top, you have the option to add a text bar, a shape, or an image. So I'm going to add an image. I'm going to add my Twitter logo, not my Twitter logo, but the Twitter logo and the Instagram logo. All you have to do is you'll go to Internet Explorer. In case you don't know how to do this, you'll just go here and you type in whatever color transparent logo you're looking for. You can type in pink transparent Twitter logo, black transparent Twitter logo, rose gold, whatever you're looking for. I'm just going to type in black because that's what I used here. And it's already there. Or is it? No, that's not it. Twitter. There we go. You just want to make sure it's transparent and to double check and make sure that the image is actually transparent. I will click on it and you see the checkered board pattern behind that. That lets you know that it's actually transparent and the size of this image is 1200 by 1200. This is really good quality, so it's not going to look grainy or anything like that. So I'm going to add my Twitter logo first. And then I'm going to size this down so that it's not taking up 3/4 of the screen. So I'm going to make this smaller and move it right about there. And then I'm going to go back to the add image again, and I'm going to add my Instagram logo. Well, the Instagram logo. Size this down as well and move this a little bit lower. And it'll let you know if you're like lining them up correctly or not. I think that's good. So I want to add animation to these two logos. So I'm gonna, since I already have the Instagram logo highlighted, I'm going to click on the animation tab up here. And let's see. I'm gonna do the down up maybe on this one. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do that one. And we also want to push these back as well because they're a little too close to the transition still rolling in. So move all of those back. And then for the Twitter logo, let's see. We'll just do that one, like whichever. Is that that's the same one? Y'all see how simple I am? Okay, so now we're gonna go back here to the text that's on the screen. We're gonna double click on this and then go to customize. I'm gonna type up whatever your Twitter name is if you have a Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, if you want to put your Pinterest name on there, whatever social media accounts you want to link, that's totally cool. But I only use Twitter and Instagram. This is also like way too big, so I'm gonna make this smaller. But first I'm gonna go to preset, text style number 2, tradition, animation, typewriter. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay. I'm gonna move this up here closer to the Twitter logo. Come on. If it'll let me. There we go. And I'm going to shrink it down to, let's say, maybe 40, 48. Actually, Let's do a little bit larger. 56, 60. Yeah, that looks good right there. All right, so now I'm gonna go up here and add another text box because I want to add my Instagram name. And that popped up right here. As you can see, I'm going to slide this back so it starts a little later. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one as well. I'm gonna click on customize so I can change the text that's there, and I think this is my Twitter name. I mean my Instagram name. I can't remember. I always have to check to see what my name is whenever I do this tab. I don't know why. I just can't remember it. So that's that. Check the animation and the presets. They already did the hard work for your girl. Whenever you see these little tabs here, you want to make sure this one goes all the way to the end. That means that your letters will display to the very end, and that's what you want. So I'm going to play this really quickly and see what it looks like. I want the letters to come in a little bit slower. Just moving back to right here. Something happened with the animation on the Twitter logo, so I'm just going to add it back. There we go. All right, let's play this one more time. All right, I like that. So I'm gonna click on OK. And then we're gonna go to the last title screen. This one usually just says like, comment, subscribe, nothing special. Gonna add title 33 yet again. And this is the perfect length because this finished off the clip. If you want this to be longer, you can stretch it and then go ahead and stretch that background image. But I feel like this is good enough. I don't know what's going on with Wondershare Filmora. It's been glitching on me lately. Going to double click on this last title and go up here and edit the text. Like, enter, comment, enter, subscribe. Boom, simple, very simple. And I'm going to stretch this a bit. And I also want it centered, so up here, I'm going to click on the center button so it centers those words. It's already in typewriter, which is what I like. I'm going to change the preset to text style 2. I'm going to go to advanced. Well, let's add the transition first. I'm going to add, I did butterfly scroller and then page curl. So let's do cool merge, which is like my favorite one. And then we'll go back to this title and go to advanced. And let's see how well this plays with that particular transition. Okay, so we actually need to move this back just a little bit and move this back as well. Still rolling in too fast. I might need to stretch this clip to give it a little bit more room to play. This particular clip is looking a little rushed. Yeah, it's a little rushed. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, go to the duration for this last title. Let's go ahead and just change that to 7 seconds. And then we're going to stretch this out so that it, what are you doing? I don't know what this thing is doing. There we go. So that's done. Now we'll go back to this title and see what it looks like now. Hopefully it won't look so rushed. That looks good. I'm gonna click on OK. So that's the complete intro. Super simple, super fast. We're gonna play it really quickly and see what it looks like all together, and then we'll add music. I actually don't like this transition right here. I'm going to remove that. It's just not, it's not doing what I want it to do. Let's see. Let's use this one and see what it does for us, because I'm not feeling that one. I don't know why. And that's the one that I usually use, but for some reason it's not working for me. I don't like this one either. Delete it. Let's try round to zoom out. I like that one. It's okay. It'll do. Okay, so now I'm going to add music. You can add whatever song you want to add. I use the same song for all of my intros lately because it's very calming. This song is called Warm Nights by Lakey Inspired. If I'm not mistaken, I pulled this from the YouTube audio library. I do know for a fact that it is free to use. What's this thing doing? This computer is acting crazy. So we're going to go to the very end of this intro here and make sure that the song clip is highlighted. Then we're going to use the scissors to cut that and the trash can to delete that. I don't know why it popped up on here twice. I may have been clicking too fast. All right, so now let's play it and see what it sounds like with some music.